Well, look at this. I've got tons of work to do, and you've got time to exercise.
Time is all I have at the moment.
Yeah, oh. Gee, and to think you could be serving time instead of enjoying it.
Were you always this funny?
Fix influence.
Must be. Oh, God, I feel old. You're right, though. I am lucky to be here.
You must be. It certainly wasn't my legal expertise that got you on.
You did everything you could. It was a no-win case.
No, obviously the governor didn't think so.
The governor, for reasons I'm not sure we want to examine too closely, commuted my sentence as a favor to his daughter and our son.
James is an amazing kid.
I can't figure out why he would want to help me. He barely knows me.
Well, he knew how upset I was.
He is very protective of you. I could see that. I like that.
I still wish we'd won the case in the first place.
I never intended to win. I knew I was going to jail.
You knew, and yet...
What?
You could have waited for the statute of limitations to run out.
Yeah. I could have done a lot of things, I guess. Can I buy you a cup of coffee?
Why?
Why what?
If you knew that you were going to prison, why come back now?
Okay, I took a chance. Still 2 cream, 1 sugar decaf.
Ooh, you're good.
Found something that hasn't changed.
Yes.
I don't think that you asked me the question that you wanted to ask. I don't think it's, why'd you come back? I think it's, what are you going to do now that you're out of jail?
Well, that, you see, was my second question. But you're still not going to avoid the first.
I came back because I had to. I miss my family. And, I knew I was finally healthy enough to come back. I wanted to make amends. I knew there would be repercussions. I knew I was going to jail.
And you were okay with that?
I thought it was the only way that everybody else would be okay with it. I thought it was the only way they could forgive me.
So you were willing to spend the rest of your life in prison?
Not the rest of my life, but I figured a few years, maybe. Here I am.
So now what?
I don't, because I didn't. I hadn't gotten that far in my thinking. I really thought I was going to have some time to figure it out.
That's not a bad place to be. You're like a kid who's just gotten out of school, and you have lots of opportunities available to you.
Mm-hmm.
You really can start over.
Maybe I can.
So what's the first step?
Thinking about going to a movie. Want to come with me?
No. I have a class to go to, and I'm late.
I carry your books.
No.
You sure?
I'm no strong like both. You could ask one of the kids. They might like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could let me know how that goes.
I'm sure James would love to go.
You could try. Or you could ask my mother. She loves to go to movies.
She still loves me.
So do I.
Hey! I'm sorry. If I knew you were coming, I would have saved you a cookie.
Fine, darling. Thank you.
Hey, what are you doing right now? You got any plans for the afternoon?
Nothing really earth-shaking.
Want to go to the movies with me?
Why not? And after... What are you in the mood to see?
I don't care. Just to get out of here would be great. You pick. I don't care.
Well, look at you two. Off for an afternoon matinee, huh?
Yeah. Why? Want to come?
To a movie in the afternoon? No, thank you, son. So is this how you're going to spend your time? taking your dear old Aunt Alexandra to the movies?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. I'll take all the seniors, You guys get a discount, don't you?
When I want to see a movie, I have a private screening. Tell me, so this is why you've come home, son, to lounge around and go to movies? Is that it?
I already did what I came home to do. I just didn't figure I'd be finished this fast.
Do you have any plans for the future? Or are you just going to eat my food and drink my booze?
I might.
Well, that's unacceptable. Alexander, we have to find him something to do.
Okay, all right. Philip, why don't you come back to work at the company, huh? You still have stock. You can sit on the board.
I don't think he's ready for that.
Well, I will be working. I'm just not necessarily going to be working at Spaulding.
Where else is there?
Look, things are going well at Spaulding. Bill and Lizzie are doing a great job, right?
Yes, they are, but, come to think of it, I would rather have you sitting back on the board than listen to another boring speech by Bill Lewis. Alexander, you may have hit on something. It would be great to have him back on the board. We need his expertise and experience.
No. I don't think so.
What is it, Elizabeth? I know you are trying to give her some space and everything, but I feel that just the opposite would be more productive.
Well, I'm sure you do, but at the moment, my daughter needs to get used to the idea of having a father again.
Well, and working with her would help. She would gain trust in you again and believe in you again.
The way you have?
Do it for Elizabeth, son. Do it for yourself. Now, come on. What do you say?
I'll tell you what. I'll think about it, okay? After the movie. Come on, Alex. A big popcorn with our name all over it.
Popcorn. Well, that was a very short movie.
Well, Philip had a little change of plans.
Really? What? You decide to visit the mall?
No, I was giving some thought to what you said earlier, and I'm in. I will take a seat on the board.
Well, son, welcome back. I'm very glad you finally came to your senses. Matter of fact, I think I'll call the press right now and set up a conference.
Well, whatever you want to do. I think it's a good idea. It'll give me a chance to spend time with Lizzie, and at the same time, I can keep an eye on things around here.
Terrific. Well, I'm going to call Elizabeth right now and share the good news with her. I've taken the liberty to have a few press releases drawn up. I've had the entire team working on it.
Great.
What's going on?
Well, Elizabeth, your father has accepted my invitation to rejoin the Spaulding board.
Oh, well, do you think you're ready for that?
And the press is right outside, so I suggest that we hit the ground.
Actually, do you mind if I just take a peek before we go?
Well, sure. It's just a pretty standard release, actually.
Prodigal Son Returns.
You'll notice that I've highlighted your achievements on there.
Wait. I know there have been some questions about my mental state since that day long ago when I tried to abduct my children.
There have been questions.
Naturally, I intend to seek the help of a qualified psychiatrist who will sign off on my abilities before I assume my position on the board of directors at Spaulding Lewis Enterprises. What the hell is this?
Philip, it's just a few simple tests.
Really?
Yeah.
And what happens if I don't pass them? You think I'm going to check myself into Ravenwood or some other psychiatric facility? Is that the plan?
If it will help you get well, yes. Now, I'm not asking you to do this for me or the board or the press. I'm asking you to do this for your daughter.